excluded because it was good yellow. And I was just like, fuck it. It was good yellow. And I was just like, fuck it. And the only reason I didn't exclude good yellow, and I don't really have a real big problem with good yellow. I just feel like he get away with too much shit. Come over for none of this shit. I didn't come over to rehash the conversation from Sunday.
We
Play and have fun.
Well, we are not having a problem with you.
Yeah, you're not. But the narrative being painted in the comments, the false narrative being painted in the comments is I'm coming over here to press Shell.
And you didn't.
No. You didn't at all.
And you didn't. And the other thing is that you always come over here. So it's the people that don't know that you do frequent over here when I'm live. So it had nothing to do with you coming to press Shell. This was all, but see, Tim, that's the difference between people not understanding, two people having a conversation.
And I was just going to say, like, it goes back into the same point that I'm making. Y'all see Slim is passionate about the shit that he says. He going to say what he mean and he mean what he says. Slim can't press me, y'all. Slim knows better than anybody on this app. Shit, MissChell going to go toe-to-toe with Slim just like she will Braid King and anybody else. So I don't don't feel threatened. I don't feel beat up on. I don't feel badgered. I don't feel none of that. So if that's the narrative that's being spun.
I don't even think you understand how close we are in so many ways that, man, it's more to it than what you would ever think. And it's the reason why I have a certain level of esteem for you. And it's not like nothing super secret. It's nothing like something super secret.
Yeah.
I will say this the one thing I can say. And if you feel like I'm fucked up for that moment, I can accept that. I used you because I know that you was a stronger personality when I addressed it. Mm-hmm. I addressed it because I know you was a stronger personality, a stronger force of character. I thought that you was a very good voice of reason. Etc. etc. I actually, and now I will say I didn't. When you came to my live and we talked, I didn't have no agenda in hand, but I addressed it because I felt like me and MissChell wouldn't fall out behind this shit. Now, if you say that I brought the shit up, if you say that I brought the shit up in that live and I made it bigger, all right, cool, fuck it, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, but when I talked to you on my live, I really was more so making an example for the rest of the people in FOE that want to have these breakout panels, that want to store more breakout panels, that want their own platform to know like Braid is not the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all. But it had nothing to do with trying to make you look weak, make you look no type of way. It was real loud. Like, I just want them people to protect me, nature.
So a lot of that goes into a lot of the narratives. I understand what you're saying, Slim. But a lot of the narratives that's even still being painted when it comes to me is so false that a lot of the shit that is just crazy. But half of it got to do with the comments. You know, everybody think they clockers, they're fixing clocks and clocking clocks and all this shit, but don't know the half. So even when we talk about breakout platforms, I don't consider what I do a breakout platform. I pushed my live button. Let me finish. So all the hoes in the back can hear it too. I pushed my live button that day for one reason and one reason only. Coco don't go live. Quay and Coco wanted to address the whole Rizzy situation. That's what the live was about. That's how the live started. That's how Braid King ended up on my fucking panel. Truth be told. Because of my daughter and Coco being painted in a video in a certain light. And because that is my fucking blood daughter, I have every right to push my goddamn button and address a motherfucker that's out here trying to make a clown of her on this fucking internet when she don't fuck with nobody her goddamn self. That's why the button was pushed. That's how Braid even ended up over there, because that was the subject of conversation. At one point in that live, about 20 minutes into that live, somebody came in the comments and said something about Braid, what you doing over here? Something to that effect. Maybe not exactly that, but something to that effect. Ooh, I know, y'all know Shell gonna get a whooping. That's what he got off. That's what you're referring to when you're saying I let him come over there and get off bashes against Nitra. Let's be clear. And if we're not clear, I can go and download the live and we can sit here and recap that motherfucker and
That's
break it down
facts.
and listen to it because I've already listened to it. I went back and
That's
listened
facts.
to it.
That's facts.
That's the one fucking thing that he said. And as soon as he said it, I said, look here, Bray King, ain't nobody over here getting no whoopings first and foremost because I'm grown as fuck. Right? And when you came up, well, he got checked in. I told him that, and let me just go ahead and finish what I told him. Right after I told him that, I said Nitra has never told any of us what we can and can't do. Nitra has never told any of us we are not allowed to have you on our platform. Nitra has never said that. You need to stop running around saying that bullshit because it's not true. So he was checked by me in the fact that I'm grown as fuck. He was checked also with me defending Nitra and letting him and the rest of the hoes in the back know that that lie he was telling was not true. It was a lie that was confronted in my live on my platform. Now, that's it. That's all. We went on to a whole nother conversation. The whole conversation was going on somewhere else. And then you decided that you were going to come up and tell me that the way that I checked him was more in a defense of me type of way than defending Nitra. Do you recall saying that? Oh no, well you said it like, oh shit, I'm grown, I can do what the fuck I want to do, and that just made it look like you was this, and that. It didn't necessarily make it look like he was defending Nitra. Because you said that is why I went and downloaded that live and listened to it. Because I know what the fuck I said.
Even in that live, MissChell, I said that the way you navigated the conversation was one thing. The way other people navigated their conversation because the shot got took was another thing. My words consistent, man.
Yeah. Yeah, well that's I mean you've said
Your
that.
live, I said that shit in your live that day. I said the way that you and Quay handled that conversation, y'all navigated it correctly. But there were other people.
Takaya. Hey, guess what? Guess what, Sugarfoot? Number 10 down there, Sugarfoot Takaya. You genius, you. Go push your motherfucking live button and let's see who jump in your goddamn box. When you get a motherfucker to jump in your box, Takaya, then you come and try to badger me in the motherfucking comments. Or you can push this button right now and come up here and say whatever the fuck you need to say to me with your motherfucking chest.
But anyway,
Because at 50 years old, you, like I said, bitch, you and nobody else can tell me what the fuck to do, when the fuck to do it, and where the fuck to do it. You go find you a motherfucking kid to control and play with, bitch, because I'm not her. The fuck on, weirdo.
anyway, when I jumped up there, I see I gave you your credit, I gave you kudos, and I gave you flowers. You navigated the conversation well. The only thing I was saying was he wanted to just say that one statement and see how FOU responded. That's it. And that's why he should have never been up there.
Well, Slim, just understand that there is no fallouts here. You know, people can't understand two people having a conversation.
I'm gonna back up away from everything.
Are you listening? Or you going? Are you listening?
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is there's no fallout over here. People aren't used to two people who are strong-headed to have a conversation. Whether the conversation ends and they agree, disagree, or agree to a disagree. It's no fallout. It's a conversation. That's one thing that you don't have to worry about. Shell ain't saying to you, oh, fuck you, motherfucker, blah, 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 blah.
No,
So that's the one thing that you don't.
There was a point in time in this whole little bird shit from Sunday where me and MissChell finally, she was like, damn, all right, I know what my intention was, but I can't understand what his intention was.
No, that part I get, but I'm just saying to you.
That's all I'm saying. Because I never want to incriminate MissChell. I just said that, hey, look, this was his intention, this was your intention, and because this was his intention, your intention got overrode just a little bit, feel me? Not like you just really didn't let nothing, you was on some malicious shit or looking for the numbers or none of that. I can understand the original conversationality. I've given all the credit due to where it's supposed to be due. I ain't tried to crucify MissChell. I literally, like, after she said, like, nah, Slim, all right, you understand my intentions, and you know my intentions were pure, and you was able to point out to me his intentions, and she was like, yeah, I could see how he did that, and I left it there. I ain't go back nowhere talking about, yeah, I got MissChell to say, yeah, she was wrong. None of that shit.
I
The
don't
only
think
thing I
anybody
said,
said that though, Slim.
no, I'm saying, but like for us to keep rehashing it, what was said on Sunday. Even
Slim,
even when we had the court case, no, listen to me. Even when we had the court case today, she was like, even after some said my intentions was pure, and I ain't see the other nigga intentions, I'm guilty. Whatever I need to pay, I'ma pay as a fine. And then I come here tonight, she like, why y'all went all my lawyers? What was the word victim the problem? I could accept that.
It could have been. It could have been. That might have triggered me. I ain't even gonna lie, because
That could be